Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. The question is it time? I briefly mentioned in the previous video I just recorded on Joe Biden, I'm not sure exactly how they're going to be releasing here, but I briefly covered the idea of impeaching Joe Biden, which is clearly something that I support. I think anybody who's armed with the basic facts of what's going on right now would be hard-pressed to make an argument as to why Joe Biden shouldn't be impeached. But the question is there enough to impeach him? Well, it seems like the answer is yes. Absolutely there is. Jim Jordan's already open to the idea.
But we have to first get all the facts on the table. But you're right, they're piling up. 150 suspicious activity reports, 20 different companies they're running money through, all kinds of Biden family members getting paid. Now the whistleblowers coming forward with this set of facts, credible whistleblowers coming forward and telling us the things they've told us. It is all beginning to pile up.
Byron Donalds made the argument as well.
Well, now we're in the process of we're going to get bank records, continue to go down that path. I believe that when you can connect those dots on money flows, which we've already seen with Hunter Biden, Jim Biden, and the other members of the Biden family, once you have all that in your possession, there are the grounds. The last piece is this obstruction that has gone on with the White House and the Department of Justice. Because if those are high crimes and misdemeanors, I think we actually have a two-tier track for impeachment.
I think we're at that point, and it's not just Republican congressmen. The former United States Attorney for the District of Utah, Brett L. Tolman, is coming out publicly stating absolutely that there is enough evidence to impeach Joe Biden, to charge Joe Biden. That is his professional legal opinion. So let's take a look at what he had to say, and then let's take a look at the other side and compare the two sides, both legal arguments. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, I'm sure you guys are aware of who Benny Johnson is. He's got a great presence on Twitter, and he's actually a YouTuber as well. He just hit 1 million subscribers, if I'm not mistaken, so congrats to him. Well, he recently did an interview with Brett Tolman, and just take a look at what Mr. Tolman had to say.
There's allegations that Joe Biden was receiving the money. And if that's accurate, and now we've now made the connection between a communication to those they're shaking down in a pay-to-play scheme, we now have the other side of that. So you often have the quid or the quo, but you don't have both of them. And that's the difficulty in bringing a case like this, but now we have both. And it doesn't matter if he's in the room or not, because if you follow the money and it goes into Joe Biden's account, or ultimately it is used by Joe Biden at some point, then you have your case, and you have grounds for impeachment, and you have grounds for criminal prosecution. Ironically, this is really criminal behavior that's worthy of an indictment against a president.
Wow.
Quote, "You have grounds for impeachment and you have grounds for criminal prosecution. Ironically, this is really criminal behavior that is worthy of an indictment against a sitting president." He didn't mince his words, and I think he's right. Now, the one thing that I keep hearing from Republicans, actually from that same clip with Byron Donalds earlier, and Nancy Mace said the same thing, that the impeachment proceedings are moving forward. They just need to connect the dots.
We have to have all the evidence, the dots connected, has to go through committee, through judiciary.
I'm seeing evidence. What more evidence do you want?
We have to connect the dots for Congress to be able to do that. So there's a process to go through judiciary, and we need to do that. We just referred impeachment charges to committees last week. But what we want to show, and this is why it's so important, and my message to DOJ and FBI today and this morning is that if you are not going to do your job and investigate this, we will do your job for you on the Oversight Committee.
And that's an important piece of the puzzle. The most important piece is that damning text message where Hunter Biden says, quote, "I am sitting here with my father," then goes on to threaten Henry Zhao, using his father Joe Biden as the muscle. Well, the one thing that we've been reporting on are cell phone records, because Joe Biden can actually, in fact, be geolocated as being next to Hunter Biden when that text message was made. We've previously talked how Republicans are already on it. Well, apparently here's an update from Republican Representative Claudia Tenney, who said on Monday that Congress has evidence that Joe Biden was in the room with his son Hunter Biden when Hunter sent a threatening WhatsApp message on July 30th, 2017, from the Biden family home in Washington, Delaware to a Chinese business associate, Henry Zhao. Tenney serves on the House Ways and Means Committee, which last week released the WhatsApp message as part of a package of evidence and testimony obtained from IRS whistleblowers. So apparently, the GOP might actually have in hand evidence proving that Joe Biden was in the room. If that's the case, then the dots have been connected, and it's pretty much game over for Sleepy Creepy Joe. The Republican legal arguments right now are pretty sound. There's an actual case, there's substance there. But as they say, say there's always two sides to a story and everyone deserves a defense, even sleepy, creepy, piss-pants Biden. Well, the question is, what is the Biden family defense? Well, it's just as pathetic as you might imagine. There's this. Hunter Biden's lawyer responds to bombshell text message, "My client was too doped up on crack to be trusted." Wow. Attorney Chris Clark said Hunter Biden's verifiable words or actions took place in the midst of a horrible addiction and therefore have no connection to anyone in his family. What? Hunter Biden was high on crack, therefore Joe Biden wasn't involved even though he was in the room and being used as the actual weapon? Are you insane? That's the genius legal argument, that Hunter's a crackhead, therefore he should get away with all of his crimes. Holy moly, you cannot make this stuff up. It's absolutely insane. Let's take a look at Joe Biden's defense. No. The same thing as John Kirby said the other day.
Does this not undermine the president's claim during the 2020 campaign and the reaffirmations of that claim by his two press secretaries since then, that he never once discussed his son's overseas business dealings with him?
No, and I'm not going to comment further on that.
There you have it, folks. The most sound legal argument of all time. We have evidence that Joe Biden was involved in a criminal bribery scheme. There's bank records, text message evidence, now possible geolocation cell phone evidence proving that he was in the room. Did Joe Biden lie about his involvement with Hunter's business dealings? No. Oh, well, there it is. Democrats must be trusted, right? What a freaking farce. Then, of course, there's the media defense of Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. Here's The View Democrat Ana Navarro, and yes, she's a Democrat. To all the fact checkers in the comment section, Ana Navarro's actually a Republican. Give me a freaking break.
The Hunter Biden story, the scandal, the this, the that, it's also the story of a father's love. And Joe Biden has never and will never give up on his son Hunter, and will never treat him lesser than. And so he is a father first. Take it or leave it.
The Hunter Biden scandal is a story of a father's love. Holy, I mean, you literally can't make this stuff up. Yes, Joe Biden used his crackhead son to embezzle money, to strong-arm foreign nationals into bribes. He put his crackhead son into incredibly precarious positions, in a position where he was receiving millions of dollars. You know, a drug addict receiving millions of dollars. He put his son in legitimate danger of overdose every single day. He paid for his son's involvement not only in the drug world, but in the human trafficking world. And you mean to tell me that this is a story of fatherly love? No, Joe Biden used his son to enrich himself and his family, and had a total disregard for his son's addiction and current state of being. It's not a story of fatherly love. It's a story of lies, corruption, crime, and manipulation. These are the arguments of Joe Biden's defense. No, Hunter Biden's a crackhead, therefore Joe Biden can't be involved. And you shouldn't take this seriously because it was just a story of fatherly love. Not buying it. Continue to uncover the truth, connect the dots, impeach, and launch another criminal investigation. That's where I stand. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. You know that we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.